This is the cake that Kimberly is trying to make. How should I start this video? Should I start this video by saying, this is Kimberly, she's making cakes. For the longest while I've been telling Kimberly that she needs to open a cake business because she's very good at it. I should also mention that we cleaning the house, so if you see things out of place in the background, we're working on it. Haley's birthday is coming up.
She's going to be how much?
She's going to be 4 years old.
If you struggle to cut a circle to fill these pans, or if you struggle with shortening and flour and all that mess, parchment paper is a good way to go. This is not parchment paper, I'm just doing this to show you all how to do it. First you find a sheet that's big enough for your pan, then you fold it in half, then you fold that in half, so you're in quarters now, and then you try to fold it again like this, like a triangle. So you're essentially making a cone. The smaller you fold it, the less you have to cut. So just make sure that your center stays the center. You put it against your pan to kind of average the center, and you cut around there, which will give you, when you cut it, a nice circle. And there, line the bottom of your pan. Pan still clean.
What would be the other approach to this? People would usually butter the pan or something?
You put some shortening or butter, and then you put some flour, tap it, tap it, tap it. Also use the spray on the edges. If you want to get some of these pans, the link is in the bio. These are Wilton.
Alright folks, link in the description.
These are from IAM. They were $90. I thought they were very expensive, but they are heavy duty. They're springform pans, so they'll be easy to come out. But I'm still gonna spray to make sure that I have no problems, because I don't like stress. Okay, so pans are ready. That's usually the first thing I do to make my cake.
This is a really good tripod. I need to big up Just Baron for recommending this. Links in the description. Support the channel.
So I'll just get in my ingredients now.
Go and sleep.
I've added all the dry ingredients here. So I have flour, we have baking powder, and 2 types of chocolate, unsweetened cocoa and regular cocoa. I'm not sure of the sweetness, but I like it.
What's your favorite kind of cocoa?
This is why you sift, because you don't want to be eating a cake and you just bite into a piece of uncooked chocolate. You don't want any lumps in your cake.
How many scoops of sugar? 7.
Too much.
8 scoops of sugar.
No, this is 1/3 of a cup in there. That's 1/3 of a cup measure. It's 2.5 cups because I'm doubling my recipe.
And there's oil inside of it?
Oil and sugar.
Wow.
And like water and powder. And you only need oil and sugar. I'm gonna add 4 eggs. 1 at a time.
Why not all at the same time?
Well, sometimes you get a bad egg and you don't want your bad egg to mess with all of that sugar that you put in there, or all of that oil, because then you have to throw it away. Start over. So I crack it separately, make sure each egg is good. If I get a hint of a bad egg, I throw it away.
That's the vanilla essence?
Yeah, gonna add parts of our dough. Add a little bit. We don't want to overmix, just mix until incorporated. So once you start seeing mix, stop, add a little more.
What happens if you overmix your cake?
Ask Haley.
What happens if you overmix your cake?
Make it into bread.
Make it what?
Into bread.
Oh, you make it into bread?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the tip.
Yeah, if you overmix your cake, it will get tough like bread. You don't want to activate the gluten in the flour. Okay, so we're all done mixing. This is what the batter looks like. It's very chocolatey. Can you smell it?
Smell that beautiful, rich chocolate cocoa smell.
I was never big on chocolate cakes, but when I tasted this cake, I really like it. Okay, so let me just clear up here. Our aim is to get 4 equal amounts into these 4 pans. I don't have a kitchen scale, something I want to get. So I'm just going to be averaging. That's usually the amount. Start off with that.
So wait, the cake you're making requires...
No, I just want it to be that height. I want that height. I need a tall cake for the unicorn. If you have a flat cake for the unicorn, it's not gonna look good. It's like a big head on
So why people let's look at a big pan and let's make the cake inside
You can, it will take longer and then you'll get a big dome on your cake and you have to waste a lot of cake.
So you can just make it a little higher than you want and then cut off the top?
It takes a lot longer to make a big cake. So instead of making one giant cake this size, because it will come up this way, you'll only get the level size up to here and then it'll just pop up. And I don't want that. I want 4 equal flat layers. Also, it'll take about an hour versus 20 to 25 minutes in the oven. Give them enough space in between. Bake that for 25 minutes, check on it, and if we have to, give it another 5 minutes. So we just take out the cakes, it's been 25 minutes. We testing for doneness, and this one is finished. I'm using 2 types of cake pans, so they both cook at different times, unfortunately.
How do you know it's done?
When the toothpick comes out clear. So this one was baking on the bottom shelf and it's still, there's still stuff on it. So
also you want to be able to push that toothpick in and see no residue.
Yeah, you want a clean toothpick. So this could go back in. So I'm going to move this to the top shelf to cook a little longer. And these, you see how it's still jiggly when I touch it? Those still setting in the middle, so I'm not going to touch those. So if you remember, we greased the sides of our pans with a little olive oil, and now I'm just giving it a little help, dragging the knife around the edges so we get a clean release. We don't want our cake to mash up because that will be pressure and frost in it. Because we have the parchment paper at the bottom, it's a nice smooth release there. But I'm just going to leave them on the parchment paper. I usually flip it over at this point to get it flat, but we'll just fill it with some chocolate. So the cakes are all done. It's been what, about half an hour and everything is done. These were in the light colored Wilton pans and these were in the dark colored IEM pans. So clearly you can see that the cakes are not the same size because I probably averaged badly, and this could be avoided if you have a kitchen scale. I don't have one. If you have one, use it. It will make your cakes more uniform. These cakes are all going to get stacked on one another, so I just want height. It doesn't really matter to me if all the layers are even.
So we're making buttercream. That's what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we have inside of there?
Butter and powdered sugar. Scrape down the bowl. Make sure you have no butter just laying around. I'm just stacking my cakes. That means I'm putting the cakes one on top of the other. And I'm making a little dam out of buttercream. So that's just buttercream on the side.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be a beautiful cake.
This is a turntable from Wilton. I bought it on Amazon. You see how doomy it is?
Ah, so dread!
Hold your cake steady and you just use a sewing motion. When you get these scraps, you don't throw them away, no. I should probably go to a 7 to get like a perfectly flat top. Just pull it out a little bit. It's a taut wire. Pull it and then you go to the other one and then numbers on the side.
Ooh, fly gone by empty. Hey man, I'm pregnant.
Sorry, you want more?
Yeah. No, come. I like an dowry, you know.
Do you want the whole thing?
No, that's fine.
You can just try to center this. Kind of push it down because you want to get that frosting to come out from the sides and doesn't come out. So this is the last layer for frosting, so we could go crazy here.
What's the next step?
Well, we have to coat the whole thing.
Can we do that as a time lapse?
Yeah.
How long was that cake in the refrigerator for?
Probably an hour. I usually put it for like 15 minutes, but I have children. It's a pink ombre, so we're gonna start with the darkest color at the bottom and we're gonna go all the way up to the color of the crumb coat. Any Ziploc bag will work, or any bag that's clean will work. Around... I have piping bags, but they're pretty expensive versus a Ziploc. Usually when I need a tip, I try to use the bigger Ziploc bags or maybe a piping bag. When you put it on with a spatula, you tend to get a thinner layer. But because I want it to completely cover the crumb coat, I'm using this method. Because you see how thick that is? We're gonna thin it down significantly, but I want it to be nice and thick. She thick.
So Kimberly has just frosted the cake and it's in the refrigerator. Now she's coming up with the colors that she could use.
There's this place I used to buy some cake supplies in Val Park. Once you go there, just ask for the cake store and you'll find it. It's next to the food court. Opposite Gourmet. Happy Gourmet.
You mean gourmet? It's amazing that you know to mix these things and come up with the colors that you want.
This is really just trial and error right now because some of these colors don't really yield the color on the cap. Haley chose this cake and I don't want to deviate from the colors too much because I showed her hundreds of unicorn cakes and this is the one that she wanted.
So once you more or less have the colors you want, you're gonna mix that in a bigger batch of buttercream over here.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
I'm beginning to understand this cake thing, man. Cake for cakes.
Cake for cakes. Because I have some cupcakes to make later.
Boy, that used to bring me such pleasure when I was a child then. Okay,
the temperature was too hot, so my eyelashes were a bit too sticky and I don't have the time to wait for them to set again.
So what was the problem? It was softening and...
It was like this. It was clammy because the
Oh yeah, you
temperature
can
was
see how
too...
kind of moist this is.
It didn't set in time and the temperature, the humidity in Trinidad is ridiculous for fondant, so it gets sticky pretty quick. You have to keep it in the AC for a while for it to get hard.
I think the middle eyelash is longer. Let me see.
The plot thickens as well. So does that look even? I think so.
Can I try to make one?
No. Do you see that there? My cake is getting hot, so you need to take off your light. My frosting is sliding down.
So why does cake going back in the fridge?
To chill out again. We're gonna get the frosting hard because look how it's sweating.
This is Haley as a newborn. This is Haley at 5 months. I remember this. We went to Pesh.
I think she was a year there. We were getting shots.
I remember this little Halloween outfit. Did she wear this the first time she went to the library for Halloween? In Vancouver. This is at the beach. This is her first Christmas party here.
How old was she there?
A couple days. Time is fly by.
Why the tears?
Woo! What's that, Kim?
I wanna know what you think. Try looking.
Dread.
Oh my gosh.
They're looking real good.
I want that cake.
Turn it, let me see.
It's a little relaxing to do actually.
I'm excited to see when you add the horn and the ears.
And the tiny one. That. Okay, I made this one for you.
This is gorgeous. Wow. We have these beautiful cupcakes and we are about to put the horn in the unicorn. This is a hard decision. You can see it's a tense moment. Alright, so Kimberly about to put on a horn here.
Stop it. Oh yeah. Oh, the ears are kind of small. That's okay, we can manage. Done.